Hello and welcome to the Back Three. I'm Garry.
I'm Dave.
I'm Niall.
And today we're going to be talking to you for a few minutes about football. The main discussion today has to be the Champions League tackle. Virgil van Dijk, Andreas Mertens and Liverpool's 1-0 Champions League win, which saw them through to the last 16, the knockout rounds of the Champions League, which kicks off in February, I'm fairly sure. We'll know the results, the next draw, by the 17th of December. Yeah. But during the game, Virgil van Dijk tackled Dries Mertens, and some people were calling for red, some people were calling for yellow. Kinger?
What do you think?
No, I want
Kinger?
Look, everyone's going to say, oh, you've got the red goggles on as a Liverpool fan. Honest to God, maybe it's an old school belief. He won the ball. Like, that to me is it.
So no foul?
No foul. Definitely wasn't a card.
You didn't think it was a foul?
No foul.
Or a card?
No foul or a card.
No.
So what else do you want him to do? Like, if he took out a shotgun and kneecapped him, you'd be like, fair game, he got the ball.
If he lunged in and got nowhere near the ball, I'd be like, well, fair enough. But he won the ball first, right?
Yeah, but I could win the ball of Garry if he was sitting at his desk and lunge him two-footed.
Now, if he'd have won the ball and then punched him in the head, is that a foul?
No, there's an obvious difference between like winning the ball and punching someone in the head.
If he won the ball,
I would rather be punched in the head than have my leg broke.
Come on. It's a contact sport. Like, are we going to start taking...
Football is not a contact sport.
We're going to start... that's
football
the problem.
Football is not...
It is a contact sport.
It is not a
It's not a contact
sport.
sport.
Not compared to GAA. Or even American football.
What I mean is it should be a contact sport.
Right, okay.
So, sum up what you think about the tackle. And let's actually bring this one in as well. The Vertonghen tackle on Lacazette in the North London derby a couple of weeks ago, in which Vertonghen received a second yellow card, getting sent off.
Which you played for me earlier, and I said I wouldn't have given a free kick either. Like, he won the ball.
Okay, so my understanding of the rule, maybe I'm wrong, is that if you go into a tackle with your studs up, that is a booking. If you go into a tackle with your studs up and get someone with that, foot, then you could be sent off. And okay, Van Dijk went into the tackle with his foot off the floor with his studs up. Sure, he got the ball, but he could have gone into that tackle without his foot that much off the floor, getting Dries Mertens in the ankle, and that's what they're trying to stamp out, not literally, of football, is players getting that ankle injury, that ankle break from a tackle that didn't really, need to be as aggressive.
Does that mean that in a situation of a 50-50 ball between an attacker and a defender, the defender has to pull out for fear of winning the ball and catching the man?
No, the defenders don't have to pull out. The defender is paid 90 grand a week to make the perfect tackle. A defender is a defender, and if you defend well, you don't have to get the man. That's like saying the striker didn't score. He thought the ball was over a line. It wasn't.
No, it's very different. It's mad because you are also a Liverpool fan.
Yeah.
You're not as vocal about it. But
well, I'm a huge Liverpool fan.
No, yes, but
I also love football. I love football more than I love Liverpool. And that's my problem. I think you love Liverpool more than you love football.
I'm staying out of this, lads.
I think it's a fair statement.
That is an absolutely fair statement.
So I think, look, okay, if Van Dijk had been sent off, I would have been like, fair. Van Dijk got a yellow, fair. You know that kind of way? If Van Dijk wasn't punished there, I would have been like, wow, he got away with that one.
Really?
Yeah, because his studs were up. He caught Mertens. Now, at the time of watching, I didn't think it was a foul. Like, I didn't think until I saw the replays where his studs were up and he caught him. Do you know?
I said to you earlier, I know the rule is the rule, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I think it's interpretation. I think if you're asking someone who plays football as more of an attacker or a striker, they're going to see it. They're going to kind of line up with you, whereas a defender is probably going to say, well, he got the ball, simple as. You know what I mean? I think it's kind of an interpretation thing. But
like last night at the Manchester United-Valencia game, Valencia tackled Lato, and everyone was calling for a red card in that one. It was a completely accidental, like Van Dijk's one as well. And it wasn't. It was a yellow, and it was warranted because he didn't go in with the act of studs up, didn't go in maliciously, or didn't go in, with the intent to hurt him. Yeah. And I don't think Van Dijk did either. Okay. But it was a clumsy challenge. His leg wasn't. He didn't have control of his big, massive Dutch leg.
And how do you feel then about a trailing leg?
A trailing leg?
If a trailing leg catches someone
a trailing leg is...
That can be as dangerous.
A trailing leg is a strange one because usually by the time the tackle is made, the trailing leg will only get someone if that player is looking to leave their foot in. For example, a trailing leg usually leads to a foul when the striker has left his own foot in to get the knock. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's never a situation where a striker or a midfielder, whoever, gets caught by a trailing leg, and it's an intentional foul. You know, kind of way. A trailing leg is usually, okay, I've got over the first leg, but if I leave my foot in here, I'll get knocked by the trailing leg, I'll win a penalty, I'll win a free kick, and I may or may not get hurt.
It's a strange one.
And also, second thing I'd like to bring up as well is actually Alisson's save.
Yeah.
So Alisson is a Brazilian goalie who signed for Liverpool for 70 million. Dave, being a goalie, can understand that it is not an easy job being a goalie at all. You're under constant pressure.
And we spoke about Alisson at the time of his transfer, and the fee for a goalkeeper was it too much? After that result and we were in injury time at that stage.
It was
the second minute, I think.
Now here's the thing: the save itself is actually, by Liverpool fans being hailed as a fantastic save, by everyone else in the world considered just a standard save, which the keeper has to make because he was there.
It was fairly directly at him.
It was, It was pretty much because of what was at stake. If that was
Ederson made an unbelievable save for City. Outstanding.
Yeah. No, they're two fantastic goalies. I would say
exceptional.
Himself, Alisson, Ederson, and De Gea, all black, and I'm probably leaving out a big goalie there. Remember Ter Stegen and Neuer. I don't think we've ever had such a massive selection of amazing goalies. Like if you think over the years, you think Buffon, Casillas, Neuer. And kind of before that, you're thinking Schmeichel, you're thinking Oliver Kahn, and I don't think we've had as many world-class goalies as we do in 2018. So it's nice to see.
What about poor old Jordan Pickford having mayors all over the place?
Little dinosaur hands.
Little hands.
Now, in fairness, my Liverpool fan will come out at the moment when we're playing Everton. I will say that. Jordan Pickford is a good goalie. He's very vocal.
Liverpool is red.
Very, very, very vocal goalie. I'm not the biggest fan of him myself, but
I do like him. I think a bit like, I wouldn't say he's as bad as Garry is, but susceptible to silly mistakes, maybe. You know what I mean? But I think he's a good.
Yeah, he's a good.
He's a good goalie, but he just needs a run of luck.
Look, and he's also very young as well, so he's lots of time. So what else we were discussing today, actually?
Well, this is part one of our 3 Christmas shows that were released.
Really, this is part 1. What is to come in the next couple of Christmas shows, Dave?
Well, Garry, as we have not planned before, part 2 we are going to go through some of the bloopers, some of the recordings beforehand, some of the close-ups of Kinger's crotch.
Yeah.
Shots of crotch.
Thank you.
We're going to do that. That's going to be.
You could probably get a 7-minute episode of Kinger's crotch.
And episode 3, which is something we've sat on for quite a while.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to releasing the quiz episode of our little chat with Eric Malloy, who is a former Manchester United player, was there on the night of the 1999 Champions League win for the treble as well. Spent years at Manchester United. He was an absolute pleasure to talk to, and that special will be on the way as well. So there's a couple of fantastic shows.
And that's an extended.
Extended.
Because we were only meant to do the quiz, and then we just kept talking.
Because his stories were fantastic.
Yeah.
Very quickly, any highlights from the football world this year for you two?
Martin O'Neill and Roy Keane getting sacked.
Highlights, very negative. I very much enjoyed this year's World Cup.
It was amazing.
I love VAR, I love the drama. There was only 1-0 in the whole thing, and football was blessed over the summer with that fantastic World Cup.
Even though they lost the Champions League final, for Liverpool to get there was just huge for me.
You never shut up about Liverpool life.
But whatever.
Also a big shout to your man Fernando as well, who came back to life. I think that is a huge miracle.
Fernando Lafuente.
Yes, yeah.
Question
Ballybrack FC.
before we go, goal of the year, because I have one in my head.
Well, let's be fair. Salah's Puskas Award did not deserve it. I am going to throw Cristiano Ronaldo's bicycle kick against Juventus in the Champions League for my goal of the year. It was just insane.
Good.
Bale's won against Liverpool.
Yeah. Wow, always on about Liverpool, even when it's against them.
I know, but still, it was.
You only watch Liverpool games.
It was crazy, but to be fair.
It's got to be Pavard.
Oh
in the World Cup. I watched it again last week.
Great
Went
goal.
looking for it.
Against Argentina as well. So
Yeah.
took a lot of coconuts to wear that jersey when you're calling a goal like that.
It was fantastic.
Just before we go as well, I just want to give a quick shout out to Kyle's Wish to Walk on Facebook, looking to raise €100,000 for little kid Kyle to have life-changing surgery in the US to help him walk again. So check it out on Facebook.
Yeah, it's a very worthy cause, and we'll drop the link in the description as well if you want to click through there.
Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back over the next couple of weeks with a couple of special Christmas shows from us here. Happy Christmas.
Will we do a song?
No.
No.
And a Happy New Year.